Hello everyone, welcome in the tutorial session. In this tutorial session, we are going to work on query analysis, and in order to perform, in order to implement the programming exercise, what you have to do, you have to create the setup first. And as you know, you are implementing and keeping the code for your record in this location, that is projects CIS2168 tutorials. And what you will do, so this what you will do here, you will create week 04. So here is given week 03, so you can add 03 or 04 up, it is completely up to you. Then we will start working on query overview. Then you will write Python program for generalization and specialization. You will implement code for error correction and parallel move, and finally you will conduct manual analysis. So I will start with the first topic, which is extracting the queries. So as I said, you will start with creating the setup. So this week you are going to create week 03 or 04, it is up to you. Then and this directory will go in this location, projects CIS 2168 and tutorials. Then in this, what you are going to do, you will open your virtual environment, and this is my virtual environment. So what I will do, I will use the command on the terminal, work on CIS2168, and then this week you are going to install a new Python library, which is this. So in order to install the library, you will use simply pip and then install and then name of the file. You will create a Python program in Atom, or you can use PyCharm to create the Python program, and the name of the file I have given here is query_analysis.py. You can see the name here also. And then firstly you will import different libraries. Then you know about this line. This line is for parser. What you are doing, you are splitting the log data in a specific format, and the formats are listed here: %h, %l, %u, %t, %r, and s. And then you are creating a list variable, and the name of this list variable is data, and it has small, or you can say in this we have other list variable also, like IP address, query length, and reformulation. So this IP is a list variable, query is a list variable, query underscore length is a list variable, and reformulation is also a list variable. Then this line is for processing the log file, and this is basic_web.log is my log file. And if you want to process the log file, you need to open the log file first. And in order to open the log file, we will write the instruction like with open name of the log file as inf. This is a file variable, or we can say a tag for the file to reading the content given in the file. And then we are running a for loop to retrieve the data given in this log file line by line using this variable. Then we are parsing the line, and we are storing the results in line variable. And then this is for query, which is given at this URL, and then we are simply printing the queries. This is just to test this program is working fine or not. So like this you can complete the remaining remaining code. And keep in mind, all these codes will be in the same file. You need to just follow the instruction for removing any line or for adding any line, and when you will run the program, you will be able to extract the queries according to the request. So once you will finish this page, you will be in a position to successfully extract the queries. Next we will see overview, query overview. So here you can see again we are running the same line, and then what we are doing here, we are splitting the query according to the three fields for the analysis purpose. So this is splitting the query. If q, that is query, in queries list, then what you are doing, queries q starting from 0, then apply this list, use IP list, use query list, and use query underscore length list, and then append all these things and store in the list. Now we want to create a plot for the query data. In week number 2 and 3, I already explained about data frame. If you want to plot the data, you need to first structure the data using the data frame. So here you can see data frame is written to structure the data which is given as a parameter in this data frame, to structure this data, and we are assigning all these values in a new variable which is this data. And then what we are doing, we are creating a plot, violin plot, for the data according to the query length. So here for creating the plot, we want to analyze query length using violin plot, and then we are saving the violin plot using the name query underscore length underscore violin.png. So when you will open your directory week 03 or week 04, there you will see this image query underscore length underscore violin.png, and then close the plot. So this is how you will take the overview of the queries. By creating the plot, you can see the length of the query. Next we will see generalization and specialization. So I already explained specialization is the process of adding new keywords in the original query, and generalization is the process of removing the keyword from the original query. So this is what we are doing for understanding the generalization and specialization. So here you can see we are applying reformulation for specialization and reformulation for generalization. So this line, if query -1 in query and LF query in data query -1, these three lines are for applying generalization and specialization. When you will run this, you will be able to understand and see practically how generalization and specialization is working for this program. And then we are creating count plot and we are saving the plot. When you will open your directory, you will be able to see the plot, and then we are using pyplot.close to close the plot. So if you want to see your plot, you need to open your directory to see the plot and to analyze the plot. Next, error correction. I already explained. You can you can make necessary changes to correct the error given in the query, and you can get more information about error correction using this link. So you can open this link to get more information about error correction and what is this distance for how you will change the distance and what is the meaning of changing the distance for error correction. Next, you will see parallel move. So parallel move is adding the new keywords in the original keywords by replacing the keywords from the first query and adding the keyword to generate the updated query, and then search the query for getting the necessary information. This is what called as parallel move. Here you can see parallel move in queries. What does it mean? It means that query pair. So you are going to create a query pair. How you will create the query pair? You will create the query pair. What user will do? User has replaced one or more keyword from the first query. So if you have a query which has some keywords, and what you are doing, you are removing one or the other keywords from the first query, and you are replacing the keywords in the second query by new keywords, and then you are searching for the updated query. This process is called as parallel moves, and this code is given to explain how parallel moves will work. And lastly, you will see how to do manual analysis for the query, and for this you will create your file, and your file name will be query.csv, and this file you will be able to see in the directory which you are creating for this week. programming. That's all in this session, and after completing this session you will work on task 3, which is this, and this task consists of 5 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the CSV file is given here, which you will you will be using for solving one or the other question. Like question number 5 and question number 4 needs queries.csv here, and question number 5 is also using queries.csv. so the file is given here, which you can use for finding the solution for question number 4 and question number 5. And I will again explain all these things in detail during the tutorial session, so that you can get a better understanding, and you will be able to complete all the programming exercise and task 3 successfully. That's all from my side in this session. Thank you very much. See you on Thursday at 12 o'clock.